What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. Today, we are going to talk about the ridiculous fight between Jake Paul and Ben Askren. Yep, you heard that right. Jake Paul has found another star willing to fight him, and this time it is former MMA UFC fighter Ben Askren, who has retired from the UFC, looking for a quick payday. We're going to dive right into it. All that and much more coming your way right now. All right, Nick. Well, Jake Paul found another sucker, I guess, and Ben Askren looking for some money after he was shunned from the UFC. Um, what do you make of all this nonsense?
Oh man, this is stupid. This is straight up dumb. Jake Paul wanted Conor McGregor. He just saw Conor get knocked out, so he's like, "All right, I'll settle for Ben Askren." You know, the wrestler, the guy who was All-American in college, who dominated Bellator with his wrestling, and then got knocked out by Jorge Masvidal in what? 0.7 seconds, something stupid like that, and then retired. It's just like this fight is just so ridiculous. Jake Paul, the YouTuber, versus Ben Askren, the wrestler, in a boxing match.
Right.
This is weird, but I mean, it'll be interesting. I think this will actually be the most exciting celebrity exhibition fight we're going to see out of all of them so far, just because they're pretty much on the same level, right? Ben Askren has the MMA background, but he's not the biggest boxer. He's not the biggest striker. And then you have Jake Paul, who's had some exhibition fights, had some success, and he was a wrestler in college. So he does have a pretty similar background to Ben Askren, just not to the same extent. So I think these two, with their experience, with their background, match up pretty well with each other, and it's going to make for a pretty leveled match. And I think that Jake Paul really has the edge in this fight. I think that he's grown accustomed to being in the ring. He's been used to the gloves, getting through those types of camps that you need to be in for a boxing fight, and he knows what it takes. He's been through it with his brother and himself on multiple occasions, so he knows what it takes. Ben Askren is just used to preparing for an MMA fight. He's used to preparing for wrestling matches. He's not used to preparing for boxing matches. And as we saw with Conor, the stamina killed him. He couldn't go the distance. And yes, this is only an 8-round fight, but I think that Ben Askren is going to get tired. I think that Jake Paul is going to have the bigger tank throughout the fight and is going to be able to sustain himself and handle himself against Ben Askren. So I am taking Jake Paul in this fight to beat Ben Askren. I don't believe Ben Askren is going to knock him out in the 7th round like he's predicting. I think that I could see Jake Paul ending this as early as the 4th round.
Interesting. Some might call you crazy. I'm not one of them. Yeah. I'm taking Jake Paul in this. Listen, Ben Askren, for as much MMA as he has done, is a pure wrestler. I mean, he's a collegiate champion. He is a grappling artist. I mean, looking at his time in Bellator, at ONE Championship, at all of his time in mixed martial arts, was mostly spent on the ground or being put on the ground. Thank you, Jorge Masvidal. With that being said, I can't see him being able to work against Jake Paul, who understands the ring as a boxer. I mean, this is Jake Paul's, 2nd or 3rd fight now? He understands what it takes. He understands that 8 rounds is no joke, and he's going to be ready to go the distance. Ben Askren is used to 3 rounds, 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts, and it's a completely different sport. Those who think that they're interchangeable are more naive than not. And I think right now Jake Paul has the clear advantage. Now, this comes on, this is kind of like the Walmart version of what we were supposed to see, because Ben Askren, he wasn't supposed to be who we got. It was supposed to be Dylan Dennis. That is who everybody's been looking for, and the messages just keep going. Dylan Dennis keeps provoking Jake Paul, and now he's provoking Ben Askren. So who the hell knows what's going to fall out from all of this? But I would definitely look for Jake Paul if he has an impressive win or can easily move past Ben Askren, that the Dylan Dennis fight looks like it will be on toward the end of this year.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the what we'd be working towards essentially in this fight. Jake Paul is going to show that he has what it takes to get in the ring with Dylan Dennis. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I think this is enough to put it over the edge to actually sell the fight to the public. Because right now you think of Dylan Dennis, he's just going to maul Jake Paul, especially after everything Jake Paul has done to him, as far as, meeting him up at secret locations where Dylan Dennis is getting interviewed and throwing water balloons at him. I mean, and then going off on him in DMs on Twitter and then out in public. Like, Dylan Dennis is ready to take his head off, but Jake Paul needs a little bit more experience in the ring. This is going to provide that. So I definitely think this is going to hype up Jake Paul enough to the point where we might think that Jake Paul has a shot against Dylan Dennis.
I mean, we all saw what Jake Paul was able to do against Nate Robinson, and that was the better fight versus the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight. So, at this point, who knows what to expect? I mean, I didn't even expect 24 hours ago that we would be talking about Jake Paul and Ben Askren, or either one of them in any way, shape, or form. But again, here we are. All right, well, that'll do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that notification bell to be notified. We go live every single day. That'll be all for now. Peace and love.